Well, we're underway. First fight of the night. Vecchio taking on Santos. I told you he looked like a wrestler.
and he hit that double leg just like a wrestler.
He did.
But here comes his jiu-jitsu background, because as soon as Vecchio got to his feet, he pulled guard.
And Santos doing a nice job of locking up both arms. Not much there.
Nah, the fans like it, but not much from a damage meter.
Santos did a nice job keeping his head up, letting his ass hit first, and you know, this just doesn't hurt.
And you see the will tattoo or marker on the back of Santos's back.
Right. Again for William Betancourt.
Actually, a real nice gesture by the American Top Team fighters. The 3 fighters on this card have donated their purses, which was $2,500 to Betancourt's fund to help with his recovery, and I heard the promotion matched that as well, so $5,000.
Wow, $5,000 from the AFC and American Top Team. That's great. You know, you think about fighters and you think about them being brutal and mean and etc., but you know, these guys are all respectful. They're all quality guys, and they've got a big heart, and it's a big brotherhood.
Santos looking for the armbar. Good job by Vecchio of pulling out.
Vecchio passes.
You know, these two actually met in a Naga not too long ago. And,
who won, do you know?
Santos won by points, but it was supposedly a close fight, and Vecchio is going to pay him back a little bit right now. Got his hooks in.
Vecchio, nice position. It's strong hooks in.
We'll see what he can do from there. I would expect Santos to have good defense for the submission moves from there, such as a choke, but let's see if Vecchio looks to throw some leather.
Vecchio doing a nice job of controlling this position.
Got the underhook in, but the left arm looks to be working towards the choke, throwing some punches with the right, maybe trying to open it up.
Looking for the choke, but Santos turns in.
Good job of putting his chin in there. I'd be surprised if Vecchio could finish it from there.
Yeah, you know, the problem here is getting winded. Every little bit of this takes away air.
Yeah, it's absolutely, you know, it's tough to be in the bottom position and be squeezed like that, but by the same token, squeezing a choke that is not sunk in will certainly wear out the guy looking for the submission.
Absolutely, it can take the energy out of you. But, you know, Vecchio doing a nice job here, leaving his legs in and letting his legs do the work, which are, you know, obviously the strongest muscles in your body.
Santos looking to get those hooks out, had one of them out for a second, but Vecchio did a good job of replacing that.
Vecchio with some blood on his foot. I don't know who's bleeding here. I'd imagine it's Santos, who comes and turns in and puts Vecchio on the defensive.
I think that blood's coming from Santos, actually, probably under.
Is that a nose or a cut?
Wow, I think it's a nose, but
Santos unloading.
Oh, 2 up kicks from Vecchio, one of which seemed to land.
I think that's a nose that's bleeding.
AFC rules, you can kick an opponent when he's standing up, even if you're on the ground. Santos thinks better of it and engages back on the ground. Vecchio looking for a sweep.
I tell you, Vecchio looks to be the better condition of the two here.
He's certainly working.
Santos looking for the guillotine.
Thinking guillotine, not even close. Good job by Vecchio recognizing the attack. Coming. That nose is definitely busted up on Santos.
You know, the problem with a bloody nose like that is it just compromises your breathing ability.
Yes, especially when you have that mouthpiece in there. There's really not much alternative in where you're going to breathe.
You got to open your mouth. When you open your mouth, you become susceptible to a knockout.
And you don't get good wind into your lungs.
Wow, Vecchio connects with a right.
We'll see if Vecchio's content to ground and pound here, if he's going to look to open up the guard and pass. For right now, it looks like he's just going to go body-body.
Well, I think it's a good strategy. I think he's ahead on points. I think if he coasts out this round, he wins the round. And, you know, see what the second round brings.
All right, Santos thinking Kimura. Didn't look like he got very far with that. Last time he went for a submission was the armbar. He opened up his legs and got his guard pass and had some serious damage done to him, as you can see from the blood on the nose.
Yeah, he looks a little bit reluctant to open up his guard here again.
Good job, Vecchio working to the body. That should get Santos's attention. Maybe Santos thinking triangle, open it up, tugging at the arm, but thought better of it.
He's certainly you know, looking for the opportunities as far as the submission is concerned, but Vecchio is doing a really nice job of defending, and I tell you, it's tough to submit someone when they're punching you in the head.
Yeah, those opportunities just don't seem to come as well when you're eating leather.
As is so often said, it's the difference between grappling and fighting.
10 seconds left in the match. Vecchio scoring a couple more right hands, finishing the round strong.
And round one is in the books. I'd say that's Del Vecchio's round.
I don't think there's much question there. We'll see if the doctor goes to Santos' corner and checks out that nose.
Al. Speaking of nose, I knows what's up next.
I guess that would be the ring girls.
Yes, sir. Can you see what I see?
A little shout out to Tootsie's Cabaret and a thank you from the promotion for providing those ring girls and a sponsorship on the show.
Is that what it says on her butt? Tootsie's? She's a regular little Tootsie Roll.
I'll tell you what, Del Vecchio certainly looks like he's got the belly of cardiovascular.
Dan, don't try to change the subject back to the fight. I'm talking about the ring girl.
Sorry about that, but I'm thinking forward to the next round. Del Vecchio looks like he's in better shape. Does not look like he's breathing hard at all. Interesting, though, he elected to sit down in the corner between rounds, while Santos certainly looks to be more winded, or maybe that's just an accumulation of damage. But he elected to stand up between rounds.
Let's see if they can get this blood stopped from his nose.
And the referee's calling time. I don't know if that's to get another doctor to look at it. Nope, looks like he's just getting the fighters lined up. Del Vecchio certainly looks ready to go.
Troy Waugh, one of the most experienced referees in the United States for mixed martial arts, told me he has repped over 2,000 fights. Wow. That's a lot of fights.
That is a lot of fights.
I think he's full of shit, but hey, Troy, whatever you say, buddy.
Wild right hand from Santos. Del Vecchio looked like he pulled guard that time. Didn't look like the punch landed.
Del Vecchio with a butterfly guard here. Goes to full guard. Santos is winded. He is leaving his head down on Del Vecchio's chest. He's not posturing. He really, I think conditioning is beginning to take a toll here.
Yeah, I really expected Del Vecchio to try to take advantage of the superior conditioning and stand up a little bit and see if he can get the edge there. But seems content to pull guard, go to his back, and maybe look for a sweep. Thought about a little arm lock when they first landed, tried to straighten that arm, but nothing doing.
Del Vecchio slowly inching his legs up here. I'm sure Santos sees this coming, but we'll find out. There it is.
Triangle. He's got it locked at the ankles. Good job replacing the guard, seeing that the triangle was not there.
Santos with a big right hand that misses.
Well, we'll see if Santos gets a little second wind, being on top in a dominating position, may be able to throw some damaging punches from there.
Well, second round a little short of action compared to the first so far. But again, I think conditioning is playing a factor here for Santos.
Del Vecchio again bringing up that left leg, thinking triangle.
Del Vecchio doing a nice job staying busy underneath.
Just trying to secure the left arm of Santos. Looks like possibly going to straighten the arm. Ref's going to stand him up, which is a good job. No damage being done.
Stand up, yep. I agree.
And again, Del Vecchio looks the fresher of the two. We'll see if he tries to take advantage of that here, standing up.
Let's go. Wow, that's a cheap shot.
Yeah, a little sneaky there off the touch of gloves. Crowd doesn't seem to appreciate it.
Crowd doesn't appreciate the poor sportsmanship.
A lot of blood on Del Vecchio's stomach. Looks like that nose is
Del Vecchio needs to watch those knees. He took a knee to the crotch of Santos there. And Del Vecchio with the takedown.
Yeah, it looks like Santos thought about a hip toss.
And to the mount.
Didn't go anywhere, right to the mount. Santos' corner complaining that Del Vecchio used the ropes to get a little bit of an advantage to secure that mount position. We'll see what the referee does.
Troy Waugh is going to pull him up. Bring him back to the center and put him in mount again.
Yeah, I don't think he agreed with Santos' corner's allegations. All right, Santos trying to close the distance and hope for a stand-up or stall into the action. Del Vecchio is obviously going to try to get some separation and drop some bombs here.
Yeah, Del Vecchio is doing a nice job maintaining position. He maintained that back position real well. Speaking of back position, there we go.
And there we go.
Santos far too content to give up the back here.
He's going to eat some more punches for the effort.
Santos needs to be careful here.
He's working that choke, he's going to let go of it and try to open it up with some punches.
There we go.
Chin seems
just a little bit high on the chin.
Actually, smart move by Del Vecchio, letting go of that.
But I tell you, what Del Vecchio needs to do is just lift the nose a little bit. That nose is already hurting. He lifts that nose, that neck's going to open right up.
Yeah, that again might not be the most polite thing to do, but I guess he's already demonstrated that courtesy isn't too high on his list right now.
Yeah. Hey, it's a fight, you know. It's not finger painting.
That's true. I think he slid that choke in there a little bit.
That choke was a little bit high on the chin still. Question is, can Santos gut it out? And he does.
He's gutting it out. But he's really in a bad position right here. Del Vecchio came into this round already up 10-9 at least.
Yeah.
And doesn't seem like he's in much danger of losing.
Santos taking a beating.
A little bit of an impaired sight here from the cameraman, so I have to do a little guesswork.
Well, I can see that Vecchio still has the hooks in.
Yeah, he actually got his wrist under that chin there. Didn't have the biceps under it, but you know, you can certainly finish a choke from the back there as well.
Santos punching to the head from the bottom position. Pretty ineffective.
But he's 10 seconds left in the round. It looks like this fight's going to go to a decision.
Sure is.
And I don't think this is going to be a tough call for the judges.
No, I don't think so at all.
Finishing with a mount with some strikes.
Del Vecchio with a very nice job. He put a beating on Santos.
And the crowd reacts with some displeasure, which I assume is going to relate back to that punch off of the touch of the gloves, which may not have been intentional, but it certainly didn't look too good to the fans.
I think it was intentional.
Okay, I sugarcoated.
So anyway, I think this is going to be a clear victory for Del Vecchio over Santos.
I'll tell you what, Del Vecchio, even after 2 rounds of a fight, which certainly takes some energy out of you, and he wasn't boring in that fight. He wasn't laying back, stalling out the action. He was looking to finish the choke. He was looking to strike. I'll tell you what, it doesn't look much the worse from where.
He looks crisp. Well, you know, the interesting thing is Santos came out, landed a big takedown, over-rotated on it, ended up on the bottom.
Well, I'll tell you, Santos certainly showed some toughness in that fight. He, in no way, shape, or form, looked to give up. Never stopped trying to get out of the position and get in a better position. Looks like he was a little overmatched by a fighter that came in with a little better conditioning.
But like you said, 2 evenly matched fighters. It'll come down to conditioning.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the decision, how about a nice round of applause for both fighters, please? Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges, Danielle Torres, Chris Lee, and Rich Green, score the bout identical. 2018 for your winner, Rick Del Vecchio.
Well, no surprise there, Dan.
No, good win for Rick Del Vecchio in his AFC debut. I'm sure we'll see him back at the 185-pound division.